Hey friends and family, thanks for tuning into this week's Thursday Night Thought. If you are a new follower, I want to say welcome, and I've really enjoyed getting to know some of you new friends through Facebook. And this is the place where I not only share my messages, but I like to share our thoughts and share your experiences of the messages as they apply to you. So please feel free to use this space to comment below, and I promise I will take the time and respond to those comments. So this week's message is a long message and a detailed message, but I promise by the end of this session, I will have explained how each piece fits into the bigger puzzle. So here's the message. There is a war for your soul. Find peace by applying the light of your heart to the challenges of your mind in order to see, capital S, a way through them, transforming what was once fearful, but is now drenched in love. So this is a powerful message, and I know that this message is going to have a different meaning and different experience for all of you, but I want to give you a little bit of a background as to what I believe this message was trying to convey based on my own, again, foundation and background. So there is a war for your soul. There's a war for our soul. It means more than just that, what we've learned in Sunday school, that there's a war for our soul between God and the devil, or heaven and hell. That once I understood what the soul really represented, all of a sudden I could understand what that war was about. So what I believe is that, and this is what I was taught, that we are a body here on earth, and we are a spiritual part of us is our soul. And that soul is made up of our emotions and our mind. And please excuse my drawing here. And then we are also spirit, where we are connected to God. So that's how we explain this soul is this spiritual almost bubble that's around us. And the way to think about this is this soul is made up of our thoughts and our emotions, and it's our soul. Yet, if you think about this, our soul is connected to everything that's around us. We're connected because our thoughts and emotions aren't just our thoughts and emotions. In other words, I can feel sad, you can feel sad. We experience it on some level differently, yet we are each experiencing sadness. It's a feeling. In some way, I believe our emotions are shared. And then we also have thoughts in this soul, and our thoughts are connected as well. I can think about something and someone else can think about something the same way. And it's not my thoughts. A lot of times it's a shared experience. And so this week, I don't know if anybody else was feeling it, but I was feeling a massive energy of negative thought and negative thoughts that were trying to bombard me. So when I talk about a war for our soul, I'm talking about a war for our heart and our mind. It is our soul, and it is our soul as we are connected in this experience. So there's a war for your soul. Find peace by applying the light of your heart to the challenges of your mind in order to have greater vision, in order to see a way through them. And what came to me is really the story of Jesus. He was on this earth in a body, had a soul made up of thought and emotion, heart and mind. And what's the beauty of it is that he kept a higher consciousness. He is one with God. He was one with his spirit. And so his soul, yes, it was in a battle because it was on this earth. It was touching other souls. Yet he was able to keep peace within his soul. What I believe through this message was by applying that light. So what is that light? That light is a higher consciousness. It's not something that is present on this earth. It's applied to the light of our own hearts. And when we apply that light to the challenges of our mind, that's when we can see them in a totally different way. And so let me give you an example of this. Last week, I was explaining what was going on with my challenges around money and how it is that I had fears and all these worthiness and all this different situations around money and thoughts around money, even subconscious thoughts around money. Yet I was able to see money in a higher light by seeing how money is a form of contribution. And that's what I resonated with. And it was, I found peace around money, right? But this just didn't magically transform. What I really believe by receiving this message this week was it was showing me that the way it transformed was by applying that light of my heart, the truth of my spirit, the truth of compassion, the truth of contribution to the challenges and the fears and the different things that were going on within my mind about money. So again, this battle that's going on, right? But to find peace was to see it and transform what was once fearful into something that is now drenched in love. I can have experience around money that's now drenched in love. The other thing that came to me is my favorite movie is The Matrix. And there's a scene in The Matrix where Neo finally stops running from what it is that he's been afraid of or had issues with, had challenges with. And he finally stops himself and he realizes that he can stop this battle. He can stop this bullet coming at him simply by seeing it differently, by realizing that it's not real, that it's an illusion.
Now get up.
He is the one.
It's an incredible depiction of what I believe happens within the soul. So these challenges, these thoughts, these subconscious level fears, whatever it is, they are all happening in the mind. And the only way we can find peace, like Jesus was able to find peace, and yet he was in the war, he was experiencing this as a human, was to be able to be connected to spirit, knowing. And that's how I believe. I believe Jesus lives in my heart, and that is my connection. That is my connection to God. So that light and those thoughts resonate on a totally different level with me. They are not that fear. So when I'm in peace, my bubble is in peace. I'm in this beautiful light and peace even though the war is going on around me. And I believe that's the way we were inspired and encouraged to live. So that's our Thursday Night Thought, and I look forward to sharing our next Thursday Night Thought together. Thank you for tuning in.